The Trump administration is reversing the Obama administration's approach towards Israeli settlements.
We'd like to thank the Trump administration for recognizing that Jewish communities in Judea and Samaria aren't illegal. Think about it. How could Jews living in a place called Judea be illegal?
The conclusion that we will no longer recognize Israeli settlements as per se inconsistent with international law is based on the unique facts, history, and circumstances.
Now is the time for the Israeli government to step forward. There are biblical reasons, legal reasons, and just the practical security reasons. Israel must declare sovereignty over Judea and Samaria.
אנחנו, וזה לא סוד, מאמינים שהגיע הזמן להחיל את הריבונות על השטחים הישראלים ביהודה ושומרון.
To help explain the importance of sovereignty and why it's justified, I'd like to introduce you to two icons of the Israeli Zionist movement, Nadia Matar and Yehudit Katzover of Women in Green, the founders of the sovereignty movement.
Sovereignty means that Israeli rule has to be applied over the entire Judea and Samaria. When we won the war in '67, when we were attacked by all the different countries who wanted to annihilate Israel, all those Arab countries, a miracle happened and we won. And there was no program of what we should do with this miracle of victory, of returning, of having returned to Judea, Samaria. For years we said no to a Palestinian state, because everybody today understands that a Palestinian state is suicide.
בין הים לירדן יש מקום רק למדינת לאום אחד, היא מדינת ישראל. ולכן הזכויות הלאומיות על האזורים הללו הן רק של עם ישראל.
Biblically, this is the homeland of the Jewish people for over 3,000 years.
פה ההיסטוריה שלנו.
This is where our history happened and took place.
פה התנ"ך.
Here the Bible took place. All the stories of the Bible happened here.
Legally, we could go back to the San Remo Conference in 1920 and the Mandate for Palestine, which stated that recognition has thereby been given to the historical connection of the Jewish people with Palestine and to the grounds for reconstituting their national home in that country. The original territory assigned to be the Jewish national home included all lands west of the Jordan River, as well as modern-day Jordan. But by the time the Mandate for Palestine was finalized in 1922, 77% of that territory had been partitioned to create the Arab state of Transjordan, but still left all territory west of the Jordan River for Jewish resettlement.
There were always Jews here, but for 2,000 years the majority wasn't here. We returned to our house, to our home, to our national homeland.
In 1948, immediately upon Israel declaring independence and being recognized by the United Nations, it was attacked by its surrounding Arab neighbors. In 1949, after the fighting ended and armistice lines were drawn, Judea and Samaria was occupied by the country of Jordan. And then in the 1967 Six-Day War, Israel liberated Judea and Samaria. Prior head of the International Court of Justice wrote, when the prior holder of the territory had seized that territory unlawfully, the state which subsequently takes that territory in the lawful exercise of self-defense has against that prior holder better title.
This land is ours.
אין עם שמוותר על ארצו.
And there's no people that gives up its homeland.
כמו שאימא לא מוותרת על הילד שלה.
Like a mother doesn't give up one of her children or any of her children.
ולא צריך לתרץ את זה.
And we do not have to
מובן
explain.
לכולם.
It has to be clear to everyone. This is our land and therefore we're here.
This right here behind me would be the border between Israel and a potential terror state of Palestine.
That's the security reason.
Mahmoud Abbas is entering the 15th year of his 4-year term, and there's a pretty strong likelihood that Hamas will end up replacing his government.
And we were reminded of how that we had abandoned the Gaza Strip.
Israel withdrew in 2005, Hamas took over in 2007, and it's been nothing but terror since.
The Gaza Strip, we have received on our heads hundreds and hundreds of missiles. Half a country was completely paralyzed.
It is essential that Israel maintain full internal security of its borders from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea.
Way before the security reasons, we act because of morality. The Jewish people in its homeland will be a beacon of morality and light to the nations.
How can you help the sovereignty movement? Go to this website and become an annual member.
There's no organization that will last if it doesn't have a future generation. And we created two years ago, right? The Sovereignty Youth.
Training the future generation of leadership to promote the vision of sovereignty in Israel.
We have a journal that we put out in 200,000 copies, which is twice a year.
Your donations will go towards conferences, youth seminars, their poster and billboard campaigns, and educational pamphlets.
Together with all our friends, have joined this movement to safeguard the land of Israel.
In the past few years, the terminology has changed. Everybody knows that eventually there'll be sovereignty. And who made that change? Nadia and Judith brought to that change.
Your donation is going towards ensuring the future of a safe and secure, sovereign Israel.
The sovereignty movement founded by Women in Green. We are promoting the idea of sovereignty. Judea, Samaria,